Trincomalee to Batticaloa. No ideas, that's correct. So this is the actual view from the Blue Diamond Hotel. As you can see, it's not technically beach fronted, yet it is. You can look out over the hotels that are beach fronted, and there is a place to do yoga on the little balcony outside. So we left about 9:30 this morning, headed into the traffic past some lovely mosques. Peter was doing the driving, and it probably is the most traffic we've seen for a while. We skirted the bay, staying quite close to the water, and then saw this place. It looked absolutely beautiful, so I made Peter stop. So we've just stopped by the side of the road for a moment because I saw that huge building I'm about to show you. But the fishermen are pulling in their nets. And then this is some sort of big, very big plant. And there's unloading cranes in distance. So this is salt water, goes out to the sea there. And all the boats, if you can see with the sun, are here. And then our little tuk-tuk is here. As I said, no idea what this place was, but it did look really lovely and the sun was coming through. This is what happens when you leave your boat in the water too long. That's what they're supposed to look like. But if you leave it in the water too long, all the shells start growing on it, and then you don't get your nice streamline through the water. It was seeing these shells that gave me the idea of doing some close-up shots. So more on that later. Went over the usual bridges, saw the lovely views, ended up going down the coast road and through the fish markets again, and then came to the drying racks. Now, we'd seen these empty before, but hadn't realised what they were. But now, seeing them absolutely full of fish explained everything. Now, this is a few that are empty, but the majority are all there drying fish. Now, back in Negombo, they were drying the fish on the actual beach, but here, they had proper racks. Peter spotted a lone cow on a little island, so I made him stop so I could take some photographs. The other cows didn't seem to mind, they waded through the water, so we figured he'd be fine. And here's a little picture of Peter, very patiently waiting for me while I run across the road. We have the obligatory rice paddy field photo, and then, now this is the idea I had to make an album on Facebook. I'm going to call it Sri Lanka Colours and Shapes. So by taking close-ups of various things around Sri Lanka, I figured I'd just make an album up, because some of the colours and the shapes are simply amazing. I mean, the fruits and the vegetables are just such vivid colours, and they're just so gorgeous. And even the gravel on the side of the road, the palm fronds, this is a dried roof. Anyway, while Peter sat in the chai shop, I ran around the place taking lots of photographs of things that were close up. Then I drove up to this beach that we'd read about. So the beach leads to an island that you could walk all the way around. A few more close-up bubble photographs of the surf coming in just for my collection. And then a nice video showing the view. I did try to make a recording, but the wind was too strong and you can't hear what I'm saying. So this beach, leads up to this island at the top, and it is connected, obviously when the tide is out, and it's right at the end of this peninsula, which has got loads of debris on at the moment after the cyclone. But couldn't get to it at the time, so that was it. Saw this cute little hermit crab though. Isn't she adorable? Running away. So that was really cute. And then I found some more hermit crabs, because they're just as cute. This one kept trying to run off my camera, and the more I kept trying to follow him down the beach, the faster he kept running, which was a little bit of a shame, but they're still so cute. Anyway, then I drove away from the beach and we continued the journey. We travelled back through the rice country, and then we found a field of rice that was full of monkeys doing all the work or eating all the crops. Saw this incredibly pink house. Went past a load of goats, more rice fields, and then we started into temple land. Every single corner had temples on it. It was amazing. Oh, found a solar farm. First solar farm we've seen. crossed the usual bridge, beautiful waters, and then the rain started. These poor guys were cycling with so much firewood on their bikes, and I say the rain was pouring down. Then we crossed another bridge that had the railway bridge running parallel to it, which was really cool. And then in this place called Odamavadi, what a busy town. Traffic, cars, side of the roads, shops galore, and yet it still was full of temples. Big tall temples, temples with elephants on the top. This was really nice, elephants guarding the place. But the road was just getting so busy and so many temples, we decided to go down a track. Now, according to Google Maps, this track ran parallel to the main road, so figuring it'd be nice and quiet, we went down there. But the track soon became a dirt road where the lady was walking her goats. Did find this really cool temple that they're building. Really interesting to see all the different parts of it coming together before any deities have been installed. And then we continued going down the track. But last time we went down the track, it was a jungle. This was more of a savannah. And instead of antelopes, there were cows grazing. And then eventually the sandy track turned into really soft sand. And when I walked down and looked around the corner, it sort of disappeared. So we turned round. We went back through the Savana desert, over the plains, looking at the cows as we went. It would have been so cool to have been antelopes. Then I decided to see how many different temples I could photograph in one little trip. So this is going back up towards the main road, but I made Peter stop at every single temple, even the ones still under construction, the ones being painted, every single temple until we got back to the main road. And then even on the main road, there were more temples. Anyway, back into the busy shopping area, lots of shops, lots of things. Peter's still driving, lots of cars, and then suddenly it went quiet. We passed the old bridge that was built in 1924, which is by the British, which is a really beautiful bridge. And then we booked into this place, the Riviera, by the lagoon. Abraham, our tuk-tuk, is safely under the trees. This is our little hut, little tree hut, and they have a swimming pool. The afternoon was so nice. We spent most of it in the pool, in the sun, refreshed after our long journey. Absolutely beautiful here, and nobody around. There are a couple of signs on the trees, beware of the falling coconuts, and no swimming in the lagoon because it looks like there's crocodiles there. And then as we were finishing in the pool, some great big clouds came over, making everything look very dramatic. So we retired back to our room, our fabulous balcony outside our room, pretty little lights, comfortable chairs. I'm sitting in one now while I record this. Antlers above the doorway. And then as the sun went down, we got dressed, we left our little tree house, we walked along the edge of the lagoon, looking at the lights on the bridge that we crossed earlier on. And then we came to the restaurant that's here. Really pretty place. We're the only ones here at the moment. There are other people. Had this amazing meal for a £10. And that's it. Another day done.